Hello, and welcome to another edition of Between Two Owls. I'm your host, Tom Price. And with us today, we have academic advisor Jess McLaughlin. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Of course.
So where'd you grow up, Jess?
I grew up in the suburbs of Philly. I was born in Philly, but then my parents moved to sort of raise me and my sisters out of the city.
And so how many sisters do you have?
I have 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And where do you fall in the order?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, wow. And what kind of stuff did you like to do as a kid?
I would play outside a lot with my sisters. I played trombone for a little while. Watched TV. Nothing special, really.
What would your sister say about you?
I like rocks.
Did you have any nicknames growing up?
Jessabug, Jessabum, Jessie.
Where's Jessabug come from?
It just sort of happened.
Not because of an interest in entomology or anything?
Not really. I mean, I like nature in general, but that was just sort of like I don't know, I was a little kid, little bug.
Cool. And where did you go for your undergraduate degree?
Temple.
And why did you choose Temple?
My mom worked there.
Oh,
So
wow.
Yeah, tuition remission.
Cool. And what did you study as an undergrad?
I started in anthropology, and before I even took any anthropology courses, I took this evolutions and extinctions class, and then I was sold on geology. So it was geology from then on.
Cool. And did you have any influential faculty members as an undergrad?
Definitely. So I had Alex DeVatzes for that class, the evolutions and extinctions, and I would bring her rocks from around where I grew up and ask her what they are, like every day after class. And it was always the same kind of rock. It was some sort of sandstone. And they were all different colors, and I just couldn't understand why they were all different colors, but the same thing. So that sort of got me really into it.
Cool. And what kind of activities did you do as an undergraduate?
I rock climbed a bunch. I was involved in like teaching kids after school. Not too much. I mean, I commuted, so it was hard to like get involved in a lot of stuff on campus. It wasn't until like towards the end of undergrad that I got really involved and made like good friends. But yeah, just like clubs and stuff, like geology club.
Cool. And so talk to me about your continued studies. You have sort of an interesting path there. Where did you do next?
So towards the end of undergrad, I got into teaching, and I switched my major to Earth and Space Science with teaching. Pretty uncommon, but it was a lot of fun. And I got really into like educational research. So I started to sort of look at how students thought about the Earth and like the layers of the Earth. And I sort of went into that for my master's in ed psych, just sort of trying to understand how students learn about the Earth, because there isn't very much Earth science education. And what we do is maybe not as good as it should be, and how can we improve it, stuff like that. So that's sort of where I went with my master's. And then I don't know, I'm not done learning about nature and plants and stuff. So I started the horticulture program. It's an associate's in horticulture in Tyler. So that's been really, really fun.
Cool. And so how did you get involved in academic advising?
It was really random. I was working in Dr. Jansen's office doing kids programs, and we had a meeting and talked about how we're gonna sort of use our existing efforts differently. And it was suggested that I move to advising or take on some other role, and advising seemed interesting to me. So yeah, I just sort of moved over to advising and have been there since.
And so what do you like about advising Temple students?
I really like Temple students. I think I can really like identify with them and understand what they're going through and like help them learn from my mistakes. I learned a lot of things the hard way. So to be able to say like, oh, don't do this or don't take all your gen eds in the first semester, it's like, it helps me sort of figure out who they are and where they should go, like talking to them about what they want to do, because it's really diverse. I mean, yeah, students want to do all kinds of stuff.
Talk to me a little bit about your involvement with the First Gen initiative.
Yeah, so I am first gen, and that was like a really important part of me and like some of my friends at Temple. So when I got into advising and we started talking about how we can support students, first gen students were like first on my list. So it was really exciting to be able to like actually practically do stuff for them specifically.
Awesome. So I'm going to shift gears a little bit. What do you like to do for fun?
Watch TV, go hiking. I like photography, gardening. Recently, I've been doing a lot of gardening.
Yeah, what kind of stuff are you working on in your garden?
I have some veggies, I have some herbs, some flowers, just sort of a bunch of stuff. In your garden? I have tomatoes. So I've been starting this, or I've had this garden for like 5 years now. And so the tomatoes just come up by themselves. I don't have to buy them anymore or plant them. So that's exciting. I just get this like bush of tomatoes. I'm trying to do squash. It was good last year, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I did cucumbers a couple years ago and that was good, but I tried last year and they just didn't grow. So I'm going to try them again this year. I have some peas. My friend suggested I try corn, so I'm trying corn. Cool. I don't know, all kinds of stuff.
What do you watch on TV? What's in your like streaming queue or television playlist?
My husband and I just recently started rewatching Doctor Who. That's been a lot of fun. The original?
Which Doctor Who?
So we started with 9. Yeah, we started with 9. And we're working our way up to where it currently is. And then when we get there, we're going to start from the very beginning and find the first Doctor and just sort of look for all those old shows, old episodes.
Nice. What are you currently reading?
Nothing really. I'm done reading right now. I had to read for class and I don't know, I'm just taking a break from reading right now.
Where do you like to hike in this area?
Really all over. I really like High Rocks though. It's like Ralph Stover State Park. It's like this cliff and you can see like a U-shaped stream and it's just like really pretty and like scenic. There's a lot of hiking around there too.
Cool. What do you appreciate in your friends?
I like when people are genuine. I think that sort of sums it up.
Do you have a dream vacation spot or a favorite vacation spot?
My family just went to Maine and that was amazing. But I think it
Where
didn't.
in Maine did you go?
Bar Harbor.
Cool.
It was awesome. Yeah.
And what's did you go to Acadia National Park also?
Of course, all over. Yeah, we watched the sunrise on Cadillac Mountain.
Cool.
All that stuff. Yeah, it was awesome. I
went to Acadia National Park as a kid, but it was like at a time when my sister and I were thinking we were going to go to the beach. So we were not as excited about going to Acadia. In retrospect, it was awesome. Like we saw bald eagles. It was like the first time I think I'd seen a bald eagle. It was really cool, but we have some good family stories from that trip.
Well, so we went to climb. We went to climb this one mountain, like Bubble Mountain. And so it was easy on the one side, but we didn't know it was going to be so hard on the other side. And there was this one part where you have to climb up and if you fall, like you might die. And there's no warning or anything. Like the hikes in Maine, they don't have any warning. In PA, it's like, be careful, this is pretty tough. Yeah. But I don't know, you don't know what you're getting into there. So it was cool though.
Sorry, you were going to say another place you wanted to go after Maine.
Oh yeah, it still didn't beat out Coudersport in PA. So that's like around Cherry Springs. It's like a designated dark zone where it gets like dark enough to see the Milky Way.
Oh, cool.
So that's still number one on my list.
Very cool. What are you looking forward to in a post-pandemic state to do in the Philly region?
I don't really like the city that much. So there's not really anything I'm particularly looking forward to. It's been nice to get out of the city. I'm ready for people to like stop going out as much so I can enjoy it. I went to Wissahickon, and it's so
Oh,
packed. It's
yeah,
so
yeah,
there's
yeah.
so many more people than there used to be. And like, good, get outside, enjoy the weather, and being not in your house. But like, I don't want to have to figure out a way around a whole group of people. I don't know. It's just I'm
Yeah,
tired
it
of
is a little more
everybody.
crowded. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. I'm gonna switch it up again, do something called a rapid fire response. I'll give you 2 words. You just state your preference. Tea or coffee?
coffee.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Dark or milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
Offense or defense?
Defense.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Bert or Ernie?
Bert.
Half full or half empty?
Half full.
Hot or cold?
Cold.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us today, Jess. It's been great talking to you.
For having me.
All right, let me stop everything.